If you give me just a few minutes of your time, I promise you will leave this video feeling inspired, feeling better, feeling something. I'm just going to be reading out my Substack article and just want to get someone to just get some inspiration. Maybe it'll inspire you to put down your phone or pick up a hobby or do something that you love. Anyways. The topic of today's video is the death of boredom, which it definitely is happening. It's a 2-minute read, so nothing crazy, only a few minutes. The death of boredom. What happened to being bored? Do you remember saying, "I'm so bored" to the friend sitting next to you, and somehow, without a screen in sight, you would end up finding something to do? You would make something up, go outside, start a craft, talk for hours, turn nothing into something. I feel like that doesn't happen anymore. Now boredom barely exists. The second there is a pause in our day, or whether it's in a waiting room, public transit, an Uber ride, sitting alone at a bar, or lying in bed before sleep, we reach for our phones. We scroll, we refresh, we consume, and just like that, the discomfort of boredom disappears. But maybe that discomfort was never the enemy. Boredom is good. Boredom is healthy. Boredom means your mind has space. I'm going to read out this little quote. Take time to be bored. One time I heard a coworker say, "When I get busy, I get stupid." Ain't that the truth? Creative people need time to just sit around and do nothing. I get some of my best ideas when I'm bored, which is why I never take my shirts to the cleaners. I love ironing my shirts. It's so boring. I almost always get good ideas. If you're out of ideas, wash the dishes. Take a really long walk. Stare at a spot on the wall for as long as you can. As the artist Mara Kalman says, avoiding work is the way to focus your mind, my mind. Take time to mess around. Get lost. Wander. You never know where it's going to lead you. It is boredom that ideas form. It is where creativity lies. It is where your thoughts get to stretch inside instead of being drowned out by constant noise. When was the last time you let your thoughts run wild without interrupting them? What happened to hobbies? What happened to doing something just because you love it? What happened to having passions outside of work and screens? If someone asked you what your hobbies are and you could not answer, that should feel like a wake up. Oh my goodness, that should feel like a gentle wake up call. There we go. I need to practice my reading more, reading aloud. We live in a time where the internet is always within reach. Even moments that used to belong to our own minds are now filled instantly. We no longer wait, we no longer sit, we no longer observe, we distract. Stop taking your phone to the bathroom. Stop using your phone when you're eating. Stop checking it during every moment of downtime. Experience with allowing yourself to experience boredom. Our brains didn't evolve for this level of stimulation. It's true. It's important to get bored and let the magic happen. I challenge you to try something slightly uncomfortable. When you get home today, put your phone in a drawer. Not on the counter, not face down, in a drawer. Then notice what happens. Pick up a craft. Make a list of things you've always wanted to try. Read, bake, journal, rearrange your room, go for a walk without headphones, or simply just sit. Let your mind wander. Let it be messy. Let it be quiet. I'm not saying this from a pedestal. I doom scrolled too. I've told myself just 5 more minutes and looked up and 50 minutes later wondering where the time went. Most of us could not tell you what we watched over the past 3 days. We just watched and watched and watched, which is insane. It is almost trance-like. And it is unsettling how much of our lives can disappear into that scroll. We do not have unlimited time. That is not dramatic. It is true. Life is meant to be experienced, created, and felt, not endlessly consumed. Imagine if at the end of your life you could see a statistic of how many hours you spent scrolling. I think most of us would be shocked. Less screen time is not about productivity, it's about presence. So the next time you feel bored, do not rush it to escape. Let boredom be an invitation. Because on the other side of boredom is creativity. On the other side of silence is clarity. And on the other side of putting your phone down is your actual life. And I love how this is supposed to be a blue heart, but I have not updated my computer in so long, so that should be a blue heart. And that is a sign that I need to also update my computer because this will also be more in focus and less glitchy as well. I really hope that this article could inspire you to put your phone down, pick up a craft, to do something. It is actually insane when I'm sitting in like a waiting room, let's say for a doctor's office. The other day I was at my naturopath like 2 days ago, and it's like me and like 4 other ladies. Everyone's just like on their phones, face down. For every moment that there's like a moment of silence, a moment of peace almost, you just go on your phone. Like, that's almost honestly insane. The amount of times I've been on the C bus and I'll just pay attention and look around, and there is a sea of people. 99% of them are on their phone watching God knows what, when, and then there's always like that one person in the corner that like has their earbuds in, just like looking off dramatically, which is usually what I do. But it's just insane. Like, it's crazy how there was a time how when people would just have their phone, or they wouldn't have their phone, and they would just do things and always have those moments of calm and ease, and never had to deal with the constant issue of like having your phone so easily like on hand. I really hope you couldn't hear the ambulance driving by. Oops. But it's just too easy. We have it so easy to access the internet. It's so easy, and I really challenge you today to, when you realize you're in one of those moments in a waiting room, on the bus, in an Uber, or just somewhere where you're sitting there, instead of pulling out your phone, just think, let your mind just be empty, and just let your thoughts just run, or pick up a book, or write a crossword, or write something down. Just do something that feeds the brain, something that's good for your brain. And yeah, I really hope this could inspire you to put down that phone. And I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it was inspiring or entertaining, or just made you smile today. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next few days. Bye.